I don't know. I don't think an engine and a transmission could fail at the exact same time, but God, if it did, of course I would be the one to buy it. What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. And today we are back under the hood of the 04 Overland with the 4.7 liter high output. Now, I did do a little bit of work this morning. I've already thrown one cylinder head back on because that side is horrible to do because of all of the wiring and the hoses and everything. But I thought I would throw you guys up on the tripod or time lapse here for the easier left side. Now, I've already got the deck all cleaned off here on the engine, cleaned it off, brake cleaned, everything's ready for my head gasket to go on. But I thought we would go look at the head, what's been done to it, and then, like I said, we'll throw it on time lapse. I'll get the head on, I'll get the timing cover on, and we'll hopefully see if it starts today. So here is my 4.7 HO head back from the machine shop. Now, obviously I threw the cam and everything back in. I did throw new lifters in both of the cylinder heads because the lifters were all collapsed. You could just take them and squish them extremely freely, all of them. And everything that I've read says that is bad. So we've got all new lifters installed. We hot tanked the rockers. Those are clean. We've got our cams on, torqued. We've got new exhaust manifold gaskets installed. Now underneath, what I did is had the machine shop machine it, obviously, and make it true again, which was about 19 thousandths off. Now, I was able to order new head gaskets in a 20 plus thousandths thickness, so our head gasket will be identical height from where it was with the factory. Now, if you guys know 3747s, they do not like getting hot, so what I've done is staked all of the valve seats. Now, I know that's not very many, but it's got to be better than nothing. Now, yes, this is kind of a band-aid thing that you would do, but I don't know, maybe it'll give me peace of mind that I've at least staked the valve seats. And now the last thing I did was throw new valve stem seals on, obviously, both heads, because if you guys know, 4.7s burn oil. So at this point, like I said, I'm gonna throw you guys up on the time lapse. We're gonna go head gasket, we're gonna put this head on and timing cover, and hopefully start it. God, I hope, I don't know. I'm nervous, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so obviously I stopped filming once I got the head and the valve cover on. I did not film, you know, installing the timing cover and all of that just because it wasn't honestly that interesting. Timing cover on, I didn't put any accessories on, and I have no coolant in the Jeep because the radiator still has a massive hole in it. But I think, well, first off, it's completely dark outside. It's like 9:40, so sorry neighbors, but I think I've got everything on it and kind of like ready that I could, in theory, start it. So, yeah, it's out there. Gosh, I'm real nervous about this, guys. The issue is, you know, I'm hoping to fire it up before we put any coolant in it so we can hear if the bottom end of the motor is fine, but I can't get the exhaust, the downpipes that bolt to the manifolds on by myself. I need another person here to hold the hardware so I can get the bolts started. I don't have anybody here with me right now, but I really want to start this thing tonight because tomorrow, bright and early, Cheap Jeep is going off-roading, and yeah, I'm not gonna be home any tomorrow, so I badly want to see if this thing will start to put me out of my pain and misery of wondering and not knowing. So I think we're gonna fire this thing up, but unfortunately I'm not really gonna be able to hear the bottom end since the exhaust isn't really bolted on, and it's gonna sound like a NASCAR maybe, and all the neighbors will probably really love it. So I think we'll walk out here. I'll show you what it currently looks like here in the dark. Now I'm just a ghost, or a negative of a ghost. But as you can see, intake is on, valve covers, timing cover, crank pulley. I've got the battery just haphazardly thrown in here. I did go ahead and change the old nasty burn up oil. I've got an oil filter thrown on it, oil in the motor. Obviously no coolant like I said, but everything is back together, and I truly have not hit the key yet. I was waiting to grab the camera, and yeah. So like I said, let's try it. I'm so nervous about this whole ordeal. It went together fine, but my gosh, you just never know. Now it is of course completely dark in here. We turn the key on. We've got some battery volts, some fuel. It's real dim, I think just because the dimmer's turned. There we go. A little bit of fuel, some battery volts, and I'm nervous. I'm gonna turn the lights off so we have max cranking power. We're gonna cycle the key a couple times just to prime the fuel pump, get some fuel pressure in the rail. Whew, real nervous here, guys. All right, it's gonna be loud. Everybody's gonna be pissed off, but let's see what happens. Well, it's running. Obviously, it's got a massive exhaust leak since I don't have the exhaust bolted on. The IAC. I don't know. It sounds okay-ish, I think. Obviously, it sounds like a farm truck, but this is the first time I've ever heard this thing run, and we are running on battery power. Let's put it in gear. Does it move? Ooh. I don't know if it moves. Well guys, we've got a running 4.7, obviously really loud with the exhaust that is open, but I didn't really hear any knocky, clanky noise underneath, so gosh, but I didn't really move when I put it in gear, so I need to look, is the transmission shifter popped loose? Did I pop that loose to tow it here? I honestly don't remember. It's been sitting out in the street for a hot minute. I don't know. I don't think an engine and a transmission could fail at the exact same time, but God, if it did, of course I would be the one to buy it. But again, I don't know. we'll just have to dig into it. I guess it runs, and it kind of runs quietly-ish. I don't know what I got myself into, guys, but it starts. We need to get the exhaust bolted up. I guess I will put a radiator in it, and God, we'll just keep going on this thing and hope it moves sometime. I don't know, guys. So thanks for coming along out in the street and getting in the complete dark and starting a 4.7 and it kind of sounding okay-ish. And guys, I guess until next time, we hopefully make it move under its own power now that it starts. And guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys back out in the street again.